Have you ever wanted to be a dormitory manager? That's right, accommodation for students. You're watching over the place, you're keeping things running, sorting garbage, fixing pipes, and even helping out those unfortunate residents that get stuck in the washing machine. Those washing machines are an absolute nightmare, and just about anyone at any time can find themselves stuck. Peeping Dorm Manager is one of the latest adults only game on Steam, and this is 100% an adult title with some very saucy content in there, not really designed for children, so very much an adult only game. Now this is an indie RPG game from a developer called Horny Doge. That's right, just like the Doge coin. So there's a lot of meme activity going on here in this game. So this is a 2D RPG with a lot of pixel art, but also some next gen 3D animation in the right places. But overall, this is a 2D RPG style game. Think Pokemon. This is essentially erotic Pokemon. And instead of catching all those monsters, you're out there catching all of those saucy young dormitory residents. Well, of course, fulfilling your duties as the prestigious dormitory manager. You begin the game as a recent hire at the dormitory. You, of course, took this amazing opportunity because it was the best available position at the time, and money is money, while also going about your daily duties to keep the dormitory up and running. You get to interact with the very steamy residents who are students at the local university. They're of course involved in many different activities, including online streaming, performing in plays, and just studying those very difficult courses. Now you don't spend all of your shift just simply fixing the pipes, and leaves you with time to interact with the very spicy residents who have issues, who have problems which you're only too happy to solve, being the super stud that you are. Now this game's mechanics are very similar to just about every 2D RPG game out there. Once again, this is basically an adults only Pokemon. There's no combat here, and the only thing that you collect are the residents' panties. That's right, this game is awesome. Yes, one of the largest elements of this title is collecting panties, and you must be especially good at it because if you are caught, then you will be arrested and taken to the police station, which isn't good. So you must be especially sneaky, you must have stealth when it comes to securing those panties. Now this is a 100% legitimate Japanese title made in Japan by Japanese developers, so this is very much a very Japanese game. So you're not getting some attempt at a Japanese game, some Western inspired Japanese game. This is 100% Japanese, and it hits all of those anime, hentai sweet spots. The writing is somewhat good, very much at that anime level, and it has some great spicy dialogue in there, and it's always fun to read spicy saucy girls keeping it real. Now you're not just in the dormitory, you visit various locations around town, including the local convenience store, the university, a gentleman's club, the local park, and many others. Variety is of course the spice of life. Now despite the simple and 2D nature of this title, there is actual Japanese voice acting in this game. That's right, there are authentic shrieking Japanese girls providing the dialogue here to once again give it that very authentic touch, which is surprising for such a cheap title. But the most surprising part is that the voice acting is actually very well done and is not done by your typical bedroom voice actors, and is definitely at a professional level, even though it is in Japanese. Now the best thing about this game is of course it's a very good slice of Japan and Japanese culture. So if you want to settle in there with some matcha, with some ramen, and you just want to get your Japan on, this is absolutely a game for you. It is incredibly Japanese. It is 100% authentic Japanese gaming. So if you just want to visit Japan for an afternoon, this is the title for you. You will definitely get that Japanese feeling, that Japanese experience as you go about keeping that dormitory up and running. Now, no adult game would be complete without that juicy adult content, and this title has quite a bit of it, and it gets extremely adult. You will not be disappointed here if you're looking for that steamy, sweaty content, and you're getting the latest in Japanese drawing techniques here. Now, the biggest drawback with Peeping Dorm Manager is that it's extremely linear. There's no free roam here. You can't really unfold the story the way that you'd like. You have to very much play the game the way the developers intended, which does limit your ability if you just want to explore this lovely dormitory and everything it has to offer. You can be playing the game, going through it all, and if you miss one of the tiniest, most contrived details, you will not be able to progress the story, so you'll have to backtrack through, find that tiny little detail, absorb it in, and then you can continue with the story, which does break immersion quite a bit. Now, this can be extremely annoying to newcomers for this genre, but otherwise, if you're a regular of these games, then of course this will just be a minor issue. Overall, this is a fun little game and definitely ticks all the boxes if you want a purely and authentic Japanese experience. Plus, you also want some adult content. It's quirky, it's fun, it's very Japanese as you go about running your dormitory. Japanese culture loves to focus on education. So if you like games like Pokemon but want it at that adult level, then this is for you. But I'll strongly suggest waiting for a sale. Get this title for a couple of dollars, $5 at most, because although it is hugely unique, it is still not really a long-term game. You'll probably play this title for an afternoon, maybe a weekend at most, and never touch it again, but the experience is really well done here. As mentioned earlier, this is a very Japanese experience. Get your matcha ready, get your noodles ready, get your sushi ready, because you'll be visiting Japan by playing this title. If you're into anime, if you're into manga, if you're into anything Japanese, or you just want some more Japanese culture in your gaming life, this is 100% a title for you. And thank you for watching.